Welcome to our second to last shared route paralogue of the run. By now, you know the drill. Amidst the sea of enemies, there are ones with more skills that are way ahead of the level curve, along with reinforcements that spawn up to turn 18. Much like Shigure's paralogue, this map is annoyingly a defeat boss mission. The boss becomes active once you go in range of it, so I need to be careful about where I place my units before I'm ready to end the map. The map designers kindly put a door at the starting position of this map. If you want to, you can just have any unit with lock touch open it up immediately and then use Azura to sing to one of your units and have them one round the boss in less than a minute. Even if you don't have a unit with lock touch, which you will in all routes unless you're playing a really scuffed Iron Man, the developers were kind enough to make the boss an Omiyoji, so he can see through walls and attack one of your units on the first enemy phase as well. The unit we get on this map is Dwyer. Dwyer is going to be our primary healer going forwards on this run. Jakob no longer is going to be necessary to deploy after this map, and while Orochi still does have some work left to do as our capture unit, this is going to be her last map in a class that can use staves. In the last map, we obtained Rhajat. Rhajat is very commonly criticized for having terrible hit rates thanks to her skill and luck stats being extremely low, but in return, she has an extremely high magic stat that can get powerful enough to even one-shot some enemies, if she hits. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about any of her hit rate issues, because we went ahead and grabbed Quixotic on Hayato to pass down to her. Having a constant hit plus 30 on top of the hit plus 10 she gets from always being in attack stance should make her a very capable fighter. Just to be safe, I also went ahead and gave her a secret book and a goddess icon. Of course, since Rhajat already has Quixotic, and given how useless Rend Heaven is on a magic unit, it makes most sense to go Omiyoji here. Part of why we had Hayato grab Quixotic instead of Rhajat is not only because she gets access to Quixotic earlier than normal, but she will also never have to dip into Beisara herself. This allows her to stay in Omiyoji, which is the better class if we're just going for raw damage. The most important thing is that she'll never need to reclass at all. The first thing I want to do is use the 3 Master Ninjas on the other side of this closest wall to train up Sophie's Shuriken rank. Even though she was deployed in the previous map, she was exclusively using the Spirit Katana and didn't gain any weapon experience as a result. In order to successfully fight the Master Ninjas, Sophie will need a lot of help. Not only does she already not double the Master Ninjas by 2 points, but 2 of the Master Ninjas wield Silver Shurikens, where if they hit Sophie, her speed will be cut by 4 points. Luckily, this is the most fixable problem of the bunch, as Sophie can get the extra speed she needs from Azura's inspiring song, and then Shigure can use Rally Speed in order to completely negate the debuff from Silver Shurikens.
Our audience has arrived.
Shigure also importantly gives rally defense to Sophie, which she also needs in order to consistently survive this enemy phase. Unfortunately, Shigure's Voice of Peace won't apply here because all of the enemies Sophie will face will be 3 spaces away instead of 2. One aura that will work, however, is Sakura's Quiet Strength, which we can apply to Sophie while giving her Rally Luck. Rally Luck isn't going to be overly helpful here since her hit rates are already pretty good, but it does help her avoid rates, which technically helps consistency. Backing Sophie up in attack stance is of course Asuki. His hit rates are less good, and the better play would have been to move Asugi before I rallied with Sakura. One final thing for Sophie is that she needs to have Shiro nearby in order to benefit from Gentium. That will give Sophie just barely enough bulk to survive this enemy phase on 1 HP, partly also thanks to her next level up having a defense growth. That saved a tonic. Now on to much less complicated tasks. Caeldori flies north to help Jakob reach Dwyer in a timely manner. The longer he stays as a green unit, the more wasted staff uses we'll have to deal with. Especially annoying for Mend and Physics since those are Norian items.
Filthy cowards. This should be interesting.
I'm with you.
One unfortunate thing is that Asugi does always have to hit this first attack, and if Sophie gets debuffed by the Steel Shuriken, he has to continue hitting his shots thanks to Sophie's strength being debuffed. Thankfully, he only has to hit the first two in order for this plan to work, and technically missing the third Master Ninja is the more ideal outcome.
Well, what? All right.
What now, genius? Coming!
The most inconsistent thing about this entire clear is the fact that I am relying on these two green generals to kill two sword masters that attack them on the first couple of enemy phases. Failing to kill doesn't ruin the entire clear, but it prevents me from my fastest and most convenient option to get Dwyer online. Our next order of business is to have Asugi open the door. This Master Ninja does need to die on this turn, but we'll worry about dealing with him just a bit later. First I want to focus on getting set up to fight the 3 snipers on the left. I want to get Rhajat leveled up specifically, so she'll go in range of the rightmost sniper with the help from Shiro.
Let's keep our
Before that, I have Orochi rally, though that doesn't really affect anything.
I've got you.
Let's give it a go!
In order to help out with her bulk, Shigure heads 2 spaces north of Rhajat and gives her rally defense. After that, Sakura goes 2 spaces to the right of Rhajat and applies rally luck and quiet strength. Now on to the Master Ninja. I'm able to have Midori go in between Sakura and Asugi to finish it off for a chance at proccing Salvage Blow. This is why Asugi missing his shot was technically more helpful than hurtful, since Sophie still gets the same amount of weapon experience either way.
I'm the colonel to your chocolate.
Please hold your applause to the end.
Speaking of Sophie's weapon experience, there's still a way we can get her some on this turn. To do that, first Azura pairs up with Sophie to reach Shiro and sing to him. Afterwards, Shiro takes Sophie from Azura, then Sophie gets dropped to the north to guarantee that she'll dual strike with
I'll
Rhajat.
protect you. Be careful.
I'm here too. I'll try not to get in your way. Me too!
The generals successfully did their job, so for the most part we're done with any major consistency risks. On turn 3, Jakob's finally close enough to be able to talk to and recruit Dwyer.
Dwyer. Father.
Much like his role in the story suggests, he's not really going to be a combat unit for us. Instead, we're going to make him a strategist and have him play into a more supporting role with the use of Rally Resistance, Gentium, Voice of Peace, and most importantly, an 8 movement healer that has a real magic stat. Also, as a side tangent, Dwyer is one of the coolest Gen 2 units in this game. I really love the whole amazing at everything, but too lazy to do anything shtick. Dwyer's first action is obviously going to be promote with his offspring seal. Before that, he wants to move south in order to be in dual striking position against the uppermost sniper. Now, we obviously are going strategist, like I said, but I do want to highlight that Dwyer as a butler is a very solid combat unit. A Dwyer mothered by Azura has a 57% growth in strength and a 37% growth in magic when he goes into butler. That doesn't sound too amazing, but given the fact that he has potential to have level 15 skills from Jakob or something like elbow room, he's a good mixed attacker, especially since this is Birthright, where you do in fact get more than one flame shuriken. On top of the other factors that I've already mentioned though, we don't really need another unit that can use shurikens. We already have Sophie, Asugi, Shiro, Takumi, Mitama, and we are currently using Jakob, which is already spreading out my shuriken supplies super thin. I don't need to make the problem worse. We're going to fight both of the remaining snipers on enemy phase. The plan is to have Rhajat fight the northern sniper to start building her support with Dwyer, and have Midori fight the further back one to work with her support with Shiro. In order to help Rhajat survive this turn, Shigure and Sakura both use their rallies on her to increase her speed, HP, luck, and defense. Rhajat then moves one tile forwards to let Azura sing to her, which allows her to move just far enough to reach Dwyer and hand him the Ox Spirit to try and get him some dual strike experience. Rhajat also rallies for Dwyer since his hit rates are admittedly not the most ideal. My fault for not just getting another rat spirit for him, but I'm trying to save money right now.
Let's give it a go.
While Shiro moves into position to dual strike with Midori, he's able to heal Sophie to get her back up to full HP in preparation for the next turn.
Don't make me laugh.
We won't give up. We got this handled.
All right.
No choice.
Well, that worked.
Here we go. Watch this.
On this turn, we can have Midori unequip her weapon to have Shiro deal chip damage to the sniper. This not only lets Midori grab the kill instead of Shiro, but more importantly gives them an extra round of combat to work with each other.
You're so good. Here to save the day.
I'll do my best.
Ace that one.
Now that the snipers are clear, I'm going to have Sophie go in range of both Omiojis to help her build more of her shuriken rank. I am going to have Asugi back her up, which will pull one of the Omiojis away from her, but that's fine.
I smell trouble.
Dwyer heads south very briefly to apply rally resistance to both Sophie and Asugi. Likewise, Rhajat goes over to Corrin to give him rally luck, and then he's going to pair up with Shigure to intervene with the spear fighters nearby. I don't want the two generals to fight anymore on this map, so they're going to be placed directly in front of them.
Here we go. I'll stay with you.
This ends here.
Since the opportunity presented itself, Shiro can use this time to build more of his axe rank.
We've got this.
Stiff upper lip.
I'm here too.
Let's go. Let me try.
It's my duty to help. I'm here too.
Phew. I'll try not to get in your way.
This is gonna be tasty. That's how the cookie crumbles.
Yeah.
Everything will be just fine.
No medal for you. All right.
Now that Rhajat and Dwyer are no longer needed in the south, they go back up in order to use one of the Super Masters as an opportunity to build more of their support points up.
Enjoy. We can win.
It wasn't necessary, but Caeldori can do this without taking a counterattack thanks to Rhajat hitting her shot.
Here I am. I can help too.
That was really impressive.
Now that a space is opened up, I want to have Shigure kill the spear fighter to build support with Caeldori, but he's currently unable to one round.
You may rely
We'll first
on
need to weaken the spear fighter with Jakob.
Take this.
This ends here.
I want to help. Let me help.
Farewell, fallen one.
Korin heads all the way down and separates Sakura from Azura. Now Azura heads up to Jakob to sing to him so Shigure can get healed back to full HP.
Is there a plan?
We've now split up our army into two distinct teams. Dwyer's team is going to continue heading northwest to intervene with some of the enemies outside, while Sophie's team is going to stay inside in order to help out with Sophie's shuriken rank. To get started on that, we can pull the rightmost swordmaster near the boss with Sophie while we wait for the rest of the enemies to catch up with us.
We got this handled.
You're on!
Now I'm in the mix.
I don't take orders. Can't stop at just one.
We can milk the swordmaster for more experience by having Asugi use his weakest weapon against them. In this case, it's the flame shuriken, which is important for Asugi to use for more than just this reason.
Will you be my Charge! I'll do my best.
Do something.
Nice!
If Sophie had gotten hit either one or both times from the Swordmaster, Jakob would head south to take the Sun Festal from Shiro to heal Sophie, and then Shiro would be able to heal whatever missing HP she had left. That's not necessary in this case, however, because Sophie just dodged everything anyways.
Game time!
Mighty Midori!
Sakura once again applies quiet strength to Sophie, and I'm able to give both skill and luck rallies to her before she fights the Oni chieftains. Sophie is in range of 2 enemies still. One of them will use a scroll, which does nothing, but the other uses a club, which actually does a lot of damage to her. The importance of the Flame Shuriken on Usugi is actually because the enemy with the scroll has sealed resistance, which is enough to make it so the Oni chieftain is dealing a non-zero amount of damage to Sophie. Thanks to the other enemies, that could be lethal for her, since the magic Oni will have a chance to dual strike immediately after attacking himself. That's why we needed the -4 magic debuff from Usugi's dual strike, since that reduces the damage back down to 0. Team Dwyer will spend these next 3 turns moving to the outer area of the manor. Not much to touch on there.
Here we go. Let's keep our guard up. We can win this easy.
I have your back.
The movement of the Oni chieftains is random here, which I should have anticipated, but for some reason I didn't. As a direct result, the entire rest of this clear is completely improvised.
What now, genius? I'm here too!
The first thing I do this turn is have Jakob continue building Sophie's weapon rank by chipping the Oni chieftain.
This will be enjoyable.
Are you ready for this?
Usugi then takes the Brass Shuriken in order to deal less damage to the Oni chieftain, allowing Sophie to get even more weapon experience.
Will you please fire? Don't worry, sneak attack!
Sweet work!
Normally in this situation, Sophie would just heal herself with a vulnerary, but since she just dodged everything anyways, she's just gonna wait. Korin grabs a Kodachi from the convoy to deal chip damage to the level 12 Oni chieftain with Jakob. That will get him to his next level up.
This should be safe. You must go! This is my chance!
Let's try our hardest.
Let's give it a go!
Crossing my fingers. I can do this.
I've got you.
What can I do?
Please remain calm. Enemy sighted.
My heart is singing.
Normally, both Oni chieftains would be able to reach Sakura on this enemy phase, however, because of the way the enemies moved, one is unable to reach her and instead goes for Sophie. This is still fine, since this is technically better for Sophie's weapon ranks overall, but worse for Sakura's when comparing to my original setup. Since what I was originally planning didn't end up coming into fruition, here I play a lot less methodically and pivot into just trying to figure out how to achieve similar results. beginning with chipping the Oni chieftain down with Sophie's dual strike.
I'm the caramel to your chocolate.
Will you be my smile? Me too!
Jacob then moves out of the way, which lets Shiro come in to kill the Oni chieftain himself for a level up.
I'll back you up.
I won't let it.
No match for me. Game time.
How will we
Sophie
get
can now head north to chip the last Oni chieftain with Sakura's dual strike.
I'm ready. I'll help too.
Sakura then returns the favor.
Oh no. Good luck. Take this, guys.
I wanted to try and find a way to get Sophie more weapon experience by having Midori use her dual strike to kill the Oni chieftain, but unfortunately they were just shy of the damage threshold for it. Korin unfortunately can't do anything to help either because he does exactly enough damage to kill with his weakest weapon, being the unforged Kodachi. I would still much prefer the kill experience to go towards Midori over anything else, so I just have Korin set up a dual strike with Midori to have her finish the job.
I'm here to help.
Are we ready?
I'll protect you. This is my chance.
Thanks a bunch. Hey!
Now that that's over with, Team Dwyer is finally far down enough to reach the final Swordmaster near the boss. Caeldori will be the one that lures it in because she's fast enough to be able to not get doubled and bulky enough to not die in one hit. Following her will of course be Shigure for supports and rallies, Azura for inspiring song, and Rhajat for rally luck.
Let's keep our guard up.
Our audience has arrived.
I'm here too. Let's raise some hell.
I'm moving all the way. No need to go solo.
It's fine that Caeldori missed here. Thankfully, an easy backup is to have Azura unequip her weapon, which lets Caeldori weaken the Swordmaster with the Brass Naginata.
I'm with you. Be careful.
Now that that's over, I set up to have Rhajat kill the Swordmaster while standing next to Dwyer.
Everything will be just fine. Stay strong. I'll protect you.
I've got you. You deserved it.
There's no more enemies remaining aside from the boss, but there will soon be reinforcements that spawn pretty much right next to him.
Is there a plan?
What's annoying about that is that thanks to how close they are, it's extremely easy to accidentally trigger the boss into moving with the group of reinforcements. Unfortunately, the safest thing and least headache-inducing thing to do here is retreat back. It's a bit more boring, but we do have to wait until turn 18 anyways, so it isn't like I'm wasting time by doing this.
Win.
I'll protect you.
On turn 12, we have a large assortment of enemies that are all active. And the most important thing that I've done here is make sure that the enemy's fastest route to my units are through Sophie's group in order to let her get the last bit of experience she needs for D rank and shurikens. The way I plan to do that is bait the enemy into attacking me first on enemy phase to let Corrin do a weak counterattack using Sophie's dual strike. That will allow my entire team to go all out on the following player phase to not only kill all the enemies quickly, but also do it in a way that allows for the right amount of feeding.
I'm with you. Are we ready?
If Corrin had gotten hit here, I would have him get healed with Jakob or Shiro. However, since that isn't necessary, I decide to keep them on standby while Corrin chips the sniper down a second time with Sophie.
Let's go.
I'll do it. Take this, guy!
Sophie then moves forwards to kill the Onmyoji in one round.
We're not done yet.
Impressive.
Now Asuki can fight alongside Sophie to kill the sniper, gaining Sophie her third point of weapon experience on this turn, which is enough to finally get her out of what we like to call E-rank hell.
Are you ready for this?
Is it snack time yet?
Now I can have the rest of my units quickly clean the rest of the enemy squad here.
Who's scared?
Jakob first weakens the Oni chieftain with the flame shuriken, and can even get Sophie an extra dual strike in for good measure.
Good luck. Show her a sneak attack.
Since Midori is my strongest unit here, I have her work with Jakob to weaken the Spearmaster in the back, who is much more bulky than the Oni chieftain now.
This should be simple. Press the buttons.
Sakura now comes in to clean up the Spearmaster. And Shiro is thankfully strong enough to finish off the Oni chieftain using Midori's help.
That was a good warm-up.
It's now Team Dwyer's turn to have the spotlight, and their first task is to have Rhajat bait the sniper into attacking her just like Corrin did previously. However, instead of leaving the sniper alive, I'm going to just kill him on enemy phase since this squad has much weaker firepower.
We won't lose.
Nice misinput.
I'm with you all the way.
What shall we do?
This will be enjoyable.
You're on!
What can I do?
Now we can quickly remove these final 3 enemies, who are far less threatening than the sniper. Caeldori is able to one-round the level 6 Swordmaster without any outside assistance, courtesy of Darting Blow.
I could have done better.
Shigure goes above Caeldori to deal some chip damage to the level 12 Swordmaster.
I'm here to help. Don't look away.
Rhajat wants to kill the Swordmaster using Shigure's dual strike, but we can still have her fight alongside Dwyer if he parks directly above the enemy before she does that.
This isn't my job.
Time for some death.
Everything will be just fine. Let's try a duet.
I had it under control.
Finally, Orochi weakens the Oni chieftain, and then Azura will sing to Rhajat to have her deal the final blow.
This ends here. No rest for you. It's showtime!
Here we go.
I collect bones. Ugh, too much work.
The final group of reinforcements on this map is a duo of Master Ninjas in the northwest corner of the map. Luckily, Team Dwyer is filled with a lot of high movement units, and Azura, so I can get them there very quickly.
I'm here to help.
Our audience has arrived.
No need to worry.
Good luck.
I'll try not to get in your way.
I'm with you.
Are we ready?
I'm the caramel to your chocolate.
Looks tough.
I'll stay with you.
Well, I'll learn some.
The two Master Ninjas are too fast for Rhajat to double them, but she still has value in providing Calamity Gate dual strikes for Shigure.
Everything will be just fine.
Come on!
That puts Shigure in position to dual strike with Caeldori, who can double the Master Ninjas on player phase thanks to her high speed and darting
All
ability.
the way. Let's try a duet.
As expected.
For the final Master Ninja, I have Rhajat move in to dual strike for Dwyer.
Time for some death.
Let's end this quickly.
I collect.
So easy.
That was pretty good.
Are you ready for this?
Just for the hell of it, I decide to give Sophie the Iron Shuriken to see if she'll proc Soul against the boss, now that Sophie is online.
I smell trouble.
I won't lose.
Will you be my squire?
Ready for this?
shall we do? I will do my duty.
Awesome.
Oh, so please, all right.